Hello, hello. It's Bernadette. I am not broadcasting from my office. I'm actually in my room. It's pretty cold and I don't feel like being out there. But today I just want to give an update. I've had a few messages, people asking how I'm doing and how radiation's going and all of the things. So I have, as of this morning, completed 26 of the 28 radiation treatments. I have radiation on Monday, and then the day after Christmas, Thursday, is my final radiation treatment. So how am I doing? I'm super fatigued, super exhausted. Um, and like I thought chemo fatigue was bad. The radiation fatigue seems worse. And then the stomach stuff, the digestion stuff is definitely worse than it was during chemo. Although let's just say it's different with chemo because you're getting treatment every 3 weeks. You have time to rebound, but it's very different. I can't digest things. They want you on a low residue, like no fiber, no nuts, low residue, um, low fat diet. And for the most part, most days I just have to eat soft food like yogurt and cottage cheese and stuff like that. Not to say that I haven't been eating real food like other food, bulky food. I have. But what I found through this is I can eat that in the morning, most mornings, and then the rest of the day my stomach is just fried. So like, yeah, gotta just every day is a new adventure with food. I was telling my daughter, I spend so much time of my day thinking about what to eat and then going to the bathroom and laying in bed because I'm just exhausted. So I can't wait for this journey to be over. I can't wait for radiation to be over. I can't tell. There's still a mass. So people have asked me, like, is the tumor gone? Hi, Carla. There's still a mass, but according to my oncologist, the radiation oncologist, with radiation, it doesn't, like he said, there'll be like scar tissue. So it's possible that the little bit of mass compared to the big amount of mass, he said you may still have some tissue, and it may be scar tissue. I won't know how well my cancer did with the radiation until sometime in February, which is when I have my next PET scan. And at that point, as if it doesn't light up, I'm good. I'm golden. Then just follow-ups. If it does light up, then the next treatment would be CAR T cell therapy. I am praying, and I ask all of you, please, if you're a praying person or you're just an intentional person, put the intention in that it's done. I literally keep thinking, like, I can't keep going through treatment. Like, I want my brain back. I want my energy back. I want my life back. It's been almost an entire year of this, going through chemo and, pain and all the stuff. I'm not in a ton of pain, which is great. I do have pain depending on the day. The gas is bad when you have radiation in the abdomen. It creates an enormous amount of gas. Not as bad as when I had a hysterectomy, like that surgery where they blow your stomach up with gas. Like that was horrible. But it's really annoying and very uncomfortable because it's not normal gas. But what my oncologist said was, because I just saw him yesterday, and he said, give it at least 2 weeks and your intestines should, your GI tract should start to heal by then. It'll take another 5 to 6 weeks for it to really start to return to normal. So the first couple of weeks, you're still kind of experiencing the same digestive issues. So low fiber, low residue diet just is what it is. Hi, Animal Alliance. Happy birthday, holidays, New Year's. Oh, to you too. And I do want to wish all of you, part of the reason I wanted to come on is just to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and to say thank you for all the birthday wishes. It was my birthday, if you didn't know, on Wednesday, my 58th birthday. And yeah, so I was looking up different things, and I had asked him. He said for the stomach problems, and I've been really lucky. Let me just put it that way, because I was going through radiation. The woman before me, she finished last week, but she had breast cancer, and I mean, I asked her about her skin, and she showed me, and it was like a really, really bad sunburn where they were doing radiation on her breast because it's such a concentrated area. With mine, the way that the machine moves, they hit the tumor they come in from the left side of my body. So the machine moves, positions over the left side, shoots it from that angle. Then the big radiation thing goes to my back, shoots it one angle going in from the left through my back. Then it rotates again and goes to the right side of my back, rotates again above me, and the whole little mechanism changes, shoots it from the front, and then rotates while it's shooting all the way from the front to the back. And then it's done. The whole thing takes about 10 minutes, but it's not super concentrated like in one specific area. Like she would have 10 minutes in the same area or just blast, blast, blast. So she had burns. I didn't have, I have not had a ton of skin problems, burns, and any of that. So I'm so, so grateful, right? My skin is very dry in the areas they're doing the radiation, but the worst side effect from the radiation, as far as the burns, seems to be in my intestines. I have been fortunate. I have not had any problems with my kidneys, which was a big concern. And so far, my liver is holding. I haven't had any blood work done through this, so I won't know until January. I have an appointment with my initial primary radiologist to do blood work, see how my cells are doing. Um, but the fatigue and the what they call radiation fog brain is pretty intense. I mean, I'm laying in bed a lot, but the problem is I also have insomnia. So I'm not sleeping. I'll get like 10, 15, 20 minutes a shot where I'll sleep. And then after about 4 days of just straight up exhaustion from not sleeping soundly, then I'll get like 2 hours a shot one night. That I want to be over. The depression that I talked about in my last live stream seems to be getting slightly better. And this is what I'm taking. So I'm taking Jarrow, Sam E, vitamin D with K2. That's one pill. And then I'm taking lion's mane with reishi mushrooms. And what's the other one? A probiotic, magnesium, or any others. Once in a while, I'm taking collagen peptides, but not regularly because I'm just taking way too many pills. And then at night, I'll take melatonin. The melatonin it's not doing anything. Like it literally is not helping. I'm still taking it in hopes that it kicks in, but it has relieved or at least elevated a little bit of that depression. Um, so that's been good. Like I don't feel like I'm spiraling down anymore. I still feel numb. And honestly, a lot of it just has to do with the brain fog from the radiation. There's a lot of toxins and cell die-off, good cells and bad cells when it comes to the radiation. So it's different. I don't want to say it's better or worse than chemo. People have asked me that, like, how is it compared to chemo? It's different. It's so different. It's such a shorter treatment. I don't have, like during chemo, such toxins, and it would take me a week to get through all the side effects of that. So that was harder. But then I would start to rebound and start to feel a little bit better. And then the cumulative effects and compounding effects as you go through chemo, the longer it goes, the harder it is. The later the treatments, the harder it is. Radiation seems to be doing the same thing. It's compounding because I'm getting it every day, 5 days a week. Um, Thankfully, I get Saturday and Sunday off this week, so tomorrow and Sunday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday for Christmas, and my final treatment's on Christmas, the day after Christmas. But then my body can start to heal. But I can tell you, like, the day of rest, like on the weekends, it's been Saturdays wiped out. Like I'm just wiped out. Like my body just it wants to regenerate and wants to, like there's no focus. So this weekend I'm probably not going to do a lot. We are going to do some Christmas light stuff and go go to this Christmas thing. And my granddaughter has a dance recital, Christmas recital tonight, so I'll go to that. Um with a bunch of thieves oil on. But aside from that, like we didn't put up a tree. I know so many people who are not feeling all that Christmassy this year, and we're kind of in that group from the standpoint of like everyone's just been busy and I've been too tired. Like I told my kids, if you want to decorate, go ahead, but don't expect me to put away the tree this year because I do it every year. I don't have it in me. I just don't have it in me. So the kids got a tree, a little tree for their bedroom, and we did not decorate because she had too much going on, and Brindy was sewing costumes for the studio. So we just didn't do any of that. We're having Christmas dinner. We're not really buying presents. I'm on disability right now. Um, and everything's been tight, so we're going to build memories this year and just be grateful that I'm alive. That's what my dad wrote and my daughter wrote on my birthday cards. It's just like, I'm glad you're still here. Okay, cool. You know, uh, I want to say that I am too. I can't. I was telling the nurse this morning, I'm like, I just want to be done with treatment. I want to be cancer free. I can't keep doing this. And I realized with blood leukemia and the chronic or the blood lymphoma and follicular lymphoma, the chances of it coming back are fairly high. The follicular lymphoma, the chances of it needing treatment again are fairly high, but the treatments for follicular lymphoma is one chemo drug versus the entire cocktail. Um, I don't want to do treatment. Like I'm tired of treatment. I'm tired of going through this. Like my quality of life is just, in all honesty, it's been crap. Like my whole life for months now, months and months has just been about go to treatment, eat, go to the bathroom, go to bed, and the brain power is not, I just don't feel like myself. And I'm not trying to say that to feel sorry for myself. I'm telling you guys this because if you ever go through this or you know someone who's going through it, there's nothing you can say to them that's going to make them feel better. And I really want to be clear about that because there's this pressure as a cancer patient to make it easier for the people around you. There's this weird pressure. Like we want to feel better. We absolutely want to feel better. We don't want the people around us to be hurting, to be worried. But the constant stuff like how'd it go? Every day my dad asked me and I'm like, I wish he wouldn't. I can't get him to stop. It's a habit of his. And I'm like, it was treatment. It was, every day. Like how are you feeling? Like shit. People tell me, "Well, feel better." And I'm like, God, I wish I could feel better. I want to feel better. I'm taking a ton of supplements. I'm doing everything I can do to feel better, and I still don't feel better. And I can't wait for the day when I feel better. And I have hope for the day when things start to improve and I start to get back to feeling like myself again. So if you're dealing with someone who's going through it, please just like watch what you say, because there's a pressure there, and if you are going through it, feel what you feel. You feel like shit, and then don't pressure yourself to feel better. Because that pressure it's ridiculous. Like I've had it, and it really started to affect my mental health. Like, why can't you just get through this? Why can't you just bounce back? Well, you're in the process of killing cancer with some pretty serious means. Your body's being toxified. course you don't feel good. But it's just, it's rough because you want to tell everyone, yeah, I'm better. I can't wait for the day when I can honestly, and I'm super honest, and like my kids know this about me. I'm very matter of fact with this stuff, not a lot of emotion. When you ask me a question, I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm not going to tell you I feel good if I don't. I'll tell you it's rough. I'll tell you I'm exhausted, going to bed. I'll tell you what's really going on, but I'm certainly not going to make stuff up. Um, I'll be honestly say it could be worse. Like I could feel worse than I do. I see people in the oncology clinic that are, most of them are old, and they all look at me funny because I'm one of the younger ones, right? At 58, I'm one of the younger ones. But I see them and they're having a hard time. There's one girl that was younger than me that was in a wheelchair. I don't know what kind of cancer she has. We don't, like, unless you're next to someone during your treatment, like in line waiting, that's when you start to have conversations. But, like the lady before me, I asked her what kind of cancer, and she said breast cancer. And then I asked her if she went through chemo because she didn't lose her hair. She's like, no, no chemo. Um, and then she was telling me, everything she had gone through, and then showed me she had surgery, showed me the burn marks and stuff like that. But like through chemo, none of us were really talking. There was one time I think I talked to this old couple just because they recognized me from the hospital. And, so we didn't really share things. I get more information out of my Facebook group. So if you're going through, something like cancer, go join a Facebook group with your specific cancer, or if you're a family member, because there's a lot of family members in that group that are very curious and they want to know, what to expect. Um, but yeah, so I think I was more positive, more light through chemo, probably because I was rebounding. I mean, I was bald and all that junk, but I probably because I had that time to rebound and gain my energy back and had some good days. Like I could clearly chart good days, not good days. With radiation, it's all been the same and cumulatively more exhausting. And that's why I'm not doing live streams. But to stave off a bunch of having to answer a bunch of Facebook messages and emails, I just thought I'd come on. So I'm here, I'm alive. I can't wait to get back to normal. It's going to be months. According to what I've researched and what my doctor said, 2 weeks before my stomach starts to heal and get better, my intestinal tract, about 5 to 6 weeks before I am able to eat what I normally eat. As far as fatigue, he said you won't even know the difference for about 5 to 6 weeks. And then it takes several months to get the fatigue to go away. And that's just radiation. Chemo, like months, takes months to recover from that. So I've accepted the fact that I am going to feel fatigued for probably the next 6 to 12 months, not to the point, not to the amount of fatigue that I have now. So I have to balance. I have to, when I get back to full swing again, I still have to take a few hours and balance and rest and not take on as much as I normally would because my full speed is crazy. So I won't be back to full speed, and it's going to be months, which is fine. I'm accepting that. What I really want is a brain that works. I want my brain to function reliably, and it's not reliable right now. There are times when I can't grasp the words that I'm looking for. I can't retain things the way that I normally do. I can't make connections as quickly as I normally do. And it's frustrating because that just does not feel like me. Um, and that's all part of cancer, chemo, radiation, all the stuff. So I'm resting a lot. I'm watching a lot of K dramas. Any of you need recommendations? I have a lot of recommendations. I have a lot of watches and don't watch. It's like it's a waste of time. Um, yeah. So that's me. That's where I'm at. Yeah, Christmas is coming. Getting my intentions set for the new year, and I really suggest you all do that. We've got a if you're in Hidden Wisdom, you'll get the yearly overview and forecast from me on the first. But I'm already starting to prepare for that forecast. We're in for the first quarter a rocky ride. Now remember, numerologically, 2025 is a year of completions. It's the end of a cycle. So we're going to see a lot of things end, shocking things. But from the plus side, things that are no longer working in our own lives personally too are going to end if we allow them to leave our lives. So the first quarter is going to be an interesting ride. Prepare yourself. And the more intentional you are, the more you will get through this time in a powerful way, and it won't phase you as much. I am looking forward to, because I compared my numerology, my astrology, Vedic wise. I did Vedic and Western and Chinese astrology for 2024 on my birthday to what's coming in 2025 and the differences in energy. And it was no surprise that health issues and business financial issues were the challenges for 2024, and they are not for 2025. So that makes me happy. That's why I did it, because I'm like, what do I have to look forward to with the change in energy for the new year and for my 58th year? Things look better for me. It's a time of expansion and abundance, but it's also a time of rebalancing. So I'm not going to be full swing in 2025. 2026, even better. Um, and that's the beauty of just seeing what's the energy that I'm walking in, right? I can accept the challenges, the lessons, and everything I just went through in 2024, even because it speaks about it in my astrology and the challenges in numerology. But 2025 looks better, and it is a time of rebuilding. Like, it is a time of rebuilding for the planet. I don't think we'll be in the fully rebuilding stage. It's more about ending things and birthing new things, but we won't be in the real full building stage until 26, 27. So 25 is going to be a wild ride. Hold on to your hat, strap in, grab some popcorn, sit back and enjoy the show, and do your work. Because I think we're all in for some shock and awe. But I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's a necessary thing, and we can all grow from it. So I hope you guys have a good one. Let me know if you did watch this, how the sound is and the video quality is. Again, I'm not in my office, I'm in my room. So I've never broadcast from here on my laptop. So I'd like to know that you guys can hear me and it sounds okay. Not ideal quality. I don't have any lighting. I'm just using the light from my windows. So, yeah. I'm wishing you a very, very Merry Christmas, whether you're celebrating with the traditional consumerism stuff or not. It is a time of peace and joy and quiet. Things slow down on that, Christmas Eve and Christmas. Thank God. So, yeah. I will try to come back around, maybe on New Year's Eve. I'll come back and just kind of give you guys a heads up how everything's going, check in with you and whatnot. I love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday as we gear up through the weekend. I'll see you guys later.